Totally.
Okay.
You got it. AM to DM, which is the show that we are on. Welcome back. I'm joined now by Emmy-winning actor, writer, director Pamela Adlon, the creator and star of Better Things. Good morning.
Thank you for having me. Hello.
Thank you so much for coming on the timeline. Really appreciate it. So this is season 3.
Yes.
How are things changing?
You know, the whole theme of this season was change. Mm-hmm. And it was, you know, for me, it started with, you know, something physically, like I started changing, you know, every decade brings a new challenge. And so, I kind of wanted to see Sam unraveling, Max unraveling, Frankie unraveling, Phil unraveling. You know, it's interesting to me that I have these 3 generations of women that I kind of get to play with and tell stories. So people are getting older, people are getting, you know, the kids are growing up, and some of us are falling apart.
Yeah, well, and it is. It's a semi-autobiographical show. Are there things that are like off limits where you're like, this is happening to me, but I'm not going to bring that into the show?
You know, I'm more protective of stories that might be my real daughter's stories, but I knew that when I was trying clothes on after I was finished shooting season 2, it was like a few months later, and I was like, what the fuck? This doesn't fit. Like, this whole thing happened to me. That's the first scene in my show, that my body actually changed. And I thought, oh, I really don't want to show anybody my stomach or my body. But I had to do it because I ask the same of my actors. So you know, my show gives me a way to kind of put myself in a situation that a lot of people find themselves in and do it in a way that looks cool and sounds cool. It's kind of like a spoonful of sugar.
Right, and it's entertaining to watch. But I mean, listen, you've been an actor since you were very young, 12 years old. What made you want to kind of show this unglamorous side of it?
You know, I like the kind of the dirt and the grit. You know, for me, I love dark humor. I like dark comedy, but there needs to be a break in the clouds. There needs to be a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of hope. But it's like when you're skiing, you know what a sucker hole is?
No, I've never been on skis.
So a sucker hole is like you think, oh, I'm going to go to the top of that double black diamond because look at that little piece of blue sky. And you go up there and all of a sudden it closes and there's an avalanche. And that's what I like in my comedy. I like the sucker hole.
You like that little bit of shine, get them in, and then avalanche.
Yes.
Absolutely. I love that. Listen, like I said, you've been acting since a very young age.
Yeah.
But your father was also in the business.
Yeah.
Your children are now in the business. Yeah. How have you seen the business change in these 3 generations?
Well, you know, my dad came up with, he was a page at NBC with Gil Cates and all those guys, and he was at the start of television and talk shows and things like that. He worked on a show called Dave Garroway and then AM New York, and I think that's now the Today Show. So it in a lot of ways the business hasn't changed because we're entertaining and we're telling stories, you know. But I hope, you know, for my 2 daughters who are working now as actors, that they have, you know, just that there's a kinder workplace, you know, that people are more professional and you know, because when I grew up, like, I got hurt doing stunts and all of that kind of stuff, and I don't want them to have to go through that. But it's exciting because, you know, my kids have careers, and, you know, 2 of them, and my youngest is still in high school, and she's a boxer. So you know, she's on her own.
She's on her own thing. Speaking of boxing, but real quick, you mentioned you got hurt. Do you remember how you got hurt doing your own stunts back then?
Yeah, I was, you know, one of them, I was making a monster movie. You guys can Google it. I'm not going to fucking tell you what I was doing. Just go ahead, Google me. Sorry.
Such a bad boy.
I know. I am such a bad boy. But yeah, so like my boyfriend turns into a monster in the movie, and you know this is the '80s, so the monster, and so the monster head's supposed to pick me up off the floor, but then my friend's on the ground. But first, he has to rip my sweatshirt off, so I'm down to the little, you know, the tank top that you have to wear if you're the damsel in the monster movie. And so the friend rips my shirt off, and then the monster is supposed to pull me, and they made a sucker hole again.
Wow, this is a thing right now. Yeah.
In the ceiling. I was supposed to like be pulled through the ceiling, but they pulled me so fast that I broke the ceiling with my head and I was knocked unconscious.
What?
Yeah, so don't do your own stunts, kids.
Don't do your own stunts. Well, let's talk about what was it like to talk to your kids, and what was it like when they came to you to say that they wanted to get into acting?
Well, you know, I mean, for my middle daughter, I was like, let's see you behave for one solid week, and I will get you headshots. It was
things were that bad.
It was just it was a standoff. I was like 1 week, no fights. So it took her a while. No, but I'm excited because I looked up my agent when I got my first agent in the phone book, and I told my parents, can you take me? And I knew I wanted to act. I really wanted to be in that. And I think that for, you know, my daughters, I like them to have something that they're passionate about. You know, the world is so fucked up right now. We need people to be into something. There's really no line except Nazi porn. That's my only line.
It's a good line to have.
Yeah, that's my one
solid line.
I just have one line.
Right, that's a good line. So, because that's all right. You're all right with a high schooler that's getting into boxing. You're like, if that's what you love, pursue it.
Anything. We need the youth to have passion and to have dedication and to work hard. And so, you know, they're getting disciplined. They have to be in a certain place at a certain time. They're learning. They're traveling. It's cool.
I gotta say, I love blockers. Like, shout out to that, because that was really, really incredible. You must have been so proud of that moment.
So proud of her.
Listen, you're obviously very recognizable now. You've got the show. Everything's going well, but you've done a lot of voices. Yeah. So I really wanted to ask you about Bobby, King of the Hill, but you were also on Rugrats, right?
Yeah,
you were on all sorts of crazy cartoons.
Yeah.
Do you ever get recognized for your voice?
I do. That's happened quite a few times. And, you know, for me as a person, I don't get recognized. I really blend in. But if I speak, then people turn around. They're like, they know it's me in some form.
So you get recognized more often for your voice?
Oh, it's only my voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite character? Did you have?
Well, of course, it's Bobby.
Yeah.
I love Bobby. But, you know, a funny thing is that Diedrich Bader, who's on my show, he plays my gay best friend. He and I are on a show called Milo Murphy's Law, and we play Weird Al Yankovic's parents.
So is that's the most fun you're having? Do the voice again.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Yes. No, but we're his parents, so like I'm just, you know, I'm Bridget Murphy and Deidre, we're like kind of, you know, his milquetoast parents who are trying to
rein him in a little bit.
Yeah.
Rein him in a little bit. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, and congrats on season 3. It's an absolute pleasure to talk to you. You can watch season 3 of Better Things on FX. Yeah, get in here.
Yes.
On Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Up next, Chantal is talking about the challenges. Ooh, thank you very much. Of challenging traveling with children. Do you have a story about traveling with children? Do you?
Oh, a couple.
Yeah, just a couple.